Yo, what is up guys? It is me, LJP Studios, back with another career mode video, and today we are hopefully going to be getting to the January transfer window, as I'm just going to make some changes for this big Bolton game, because if Bolton win they go above us and we really need to keep our position, and we do. Morris and Part Harris get both the goals for us in a big 2-0 win, which puts us up to third, and we are only 3 points away from being in the promotion places, or automatic promotion places, as we have a cup game after this Lincoln game. I could be wrong, but I think it's Charlton. I could be wrong about that. Could be wrong. Oh, David Brooks. Morris and Part Harris do enough, as Dylan Markande was the man who replaced Brooks for this game, which I'm more than happy with. And in this cup game against Charlton, expect rotated squad, because we lost our first game apparently. Yeah, apparently we lost it 1-0 to Salford. Well, I don't recall that at all. But anyway, let's try and get a win against Charlton. If we want to stand a chance of going through, this has to be a relatively big win, as we get some scouting reports. There are some good players playing in the Championship League 1. Like, I genuinely don't know how most of these players are in League 1. But nonetheless, and we're gonna look to see how much budget I have. 1 million, so just shy of 1.5 million. So I don't think I can really get many of those players that I was scouting, but hey ho. Because we need a big win if we want to get through to the next round, and to be honest, I'm not overly fussed on how well we do or don't do. So to be honest, I'm hoping for the win, but if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. It doesn't really change my thoughts about it, as these are good games to rotate the squad and try other players. And we get the 1-goal lead with Part Harris and McKinnon. Part Harris with a brace, and McKinnon gets the first goal of the game, and that does get us the win. I don't know if that puts us through to the next round. Let's have a look, as our next game is against Reading. I don't actually know where that Reading are in the league. 16th. Don't really know how, but nonetheless, and we are through to the next round. I'll just quickly skim through the groups so you get to see who does what. Grimsby is the first team we see to win every game, as I don't know what I've just done there. So yeah, Grimsby is the first team we see that wins every game. Youth Academy actually does really well, being undefeated. Colchester also undefeated, beating Reading 3-2 and Crawley 1-0. It doesn't look... Oh, Barnsley win both their games as well. As do Gillingham, beating Bolton 4-2 and Stockport 1-0. As Portsmouth stay undefeated, beating Stevenage 3-0 and Swindon 1-0. Burton Albion absolutely smashed that group, Port Vale and Forest Green with a draw, Burton Albion beating Port Vale 2-1, and Burton Albion beating Forest Green 2-0. So in the second round, Carlisle against Reading, Charlton against AFC Wimbledon, Weir against Colchester, Youth Academy against Northampton, Wigan against Ipswich, Barnsley against Wrexham, Bristol Rovers against Newport, Leyton Orient against Notts County, Accrington against Peterborough, Grimsby Town against the Dons, the Brewers against Cambridge, Doncaster against Port Vale, Oxford against Swindon, Plymouth against Bolton, Gillingham against Tranmere, Pompey against Walsall. Are we actually in the other cups? No, we're not. Who do we get knocked out by? So I do not remember. Oh, okay. I feel like it's an early exit. It was an early exit for us. Yeah, it was against Accrington. When's the game against? I've forgotten who it is already. Is it Colchester? I believe. Is it Colchester? There it is. During the window. But as of right now, we're focusing on these two games, Reading and Salford. And Furlong, he's already sent that message before, so I don't really know what he's doing, to be honest. I'm just gonna have a quick look at their squad. Is that Brown? My word, well, that's just not what I was expecting at all. This Boyce Clark wouldn't be a bad backup for Brandon Austin, and then I sell Brandon Austin in the summer, and then Loic Leonard as our starting keeper. I might do that actually. I might do that. Yeah, Charlie Brown starting quite a bit for them. Well, not quite a bit, but starts 5 games, and he's going to start today for them as well. But yeah, they've still got a lot of players. They've got Kokeizu, whatever that is. So yeah, they've only got 2 new players in, Kokeizu and our Charlie Brown. And I'm just gonna have a look, because I always like doing this, because that now I know who they don't play. And I'd recommend you do this in your career mode as well. If you go to a team and then you go to their like player stats, so I'll show you how to do that. So you go here, you go on pre-match report, press triangle, you get to see stats, and I like to assign players who don't play a lot. So you don't have to, but I would strongly recommend it, because you get to see lots of stats and who plays for the teams and whatnot, because as Charlie Brown scores against his former team, and Furlong the only goal scorer for us. I believe it was Harley Dean who scored the other Reading goal. But yeah, if you look at who's played for what team how many times, you could get cheaper deals. Like Boyce Clark, I could probably get quite a bit beneath his market. Well, you probably could get him cheaper than you may think, just because yeah, just because he doesn't play, so he's not exactly needed, because he's not even played a game, and he'd be a really, in our league, he'd be a great backup keeper, especially for Brandon Austin. And you know, like in the league, in the like cups, he could start. And yeah, Brandon Austin, he's getting on a bit. Ooh, okay, that's very interesting. I completely forgot about Sebastian Collins. How the hell have I done that? But I think if I'll send that youth academy keeper out on loan in next season, and then If Loic Leonard isn't good enough, I'll start the youth academy keeper. I really don't know. Let's have a look. I really don't know. I don't know what. I'm just going to assume they're in the championship. So I honestly don't know what league they're in. Yeah, they're in the championship. So they've got Adebayo, Jacob Brown, Furuhashi, the Celtic striker, Daniel Bustos, a young player, John McAtee, Admiral Musquet, Joe Taylor, Zach Nelson, Corley Woodrow, Ross Barkley, Alan Campbell, Rob McCulloch. Ross Barkley is retiring, that's interesting. Tahith Chong, Marvellous Nakamba, Og Bene. Is Nakamba retiring as well? Yeah. So we've got 2 players retiring, and there are only strikers retiring. No strikers retiring. Anderson, Reece Burke, Alfie Dotti, this guy, Ryan Giles. Has he got potential? No, he doesn't. Ryan Giles, Hashioka, Joe Johnson, the former Reading man Tom Holmes, Teden Mengi, still at the club, Elliot Thorpe, and Thomas Kaminsky seems to be the only keeper. That's an interesting one. Unless they've... Wait, surely Kaminsky's retiring. Surely. He's still not retiring. Fair play. Fair play. Unless they have like a really old guy. No. Kaminsky is literally their only keeper. Wow. So, where are they in the league? Other leagues. EFL Championship. They are currently second. Same points as Norwich. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna browse jobs to see what other ones there are. SC Braga, Sporting Lisbon, Estoril Praia, Vitória SC, Benfica, Porto, Aruca. So not actually many jobs out there. I wouldn't be against it, but I'm happy with the job here, but Luton manager does see us getting Premier League football a lot quicker, but I'm gonna reject it. Yep, that's right. I'm staying with this club for the end. Unless we get sacked, I'm staying with this club till the end as we get another monthly scouting report and some more scouting updates. As he's a lot better than I anticipated. Mustafa Bindu. Monthly scouting report. No to Elijah Gold. I'm gonna say yes to Jay Green, no to Hugo Hicks. I'm gonna come back to him in a second. Reject Brandon Lucas and Michael Charles. You're gonna get a spot in the academy. You are, my friend. So let's have a look. As we still got that really good Collins guy. Michael Charles could be alright. The Marcus Colley, I believe, also already in the academy, and then Jay Green, bit lackluster. But yeah, Sebastian Collins, he's looking like the main man. In terms of academy wise, but unless a really good team comes knocking at the door, I'm gonna stay here, and unless I get fired as well. But with the arrival of Kelvin Abrafa in the in January, I'm gonna look to get probably a defensive midfielder, and as you probably saw, I got a bunch of scouting updates, so I wanna bring this man in. But yeah, more importantly is the CDM. I want to be against bringing a former Tottenham man in, or the other former Tottenham man in. And I don't think there's going to be really any others that are going to blow me away too much. But nonetheless, yeah, I didn't think I could afford him. So I want to bring in one of who should I do? Either Harvey White or Michael Craig. I might bring in Michael Craig, and I know I said I'd bring in this man right here, Kanaya Boyce Clark, but I might leave that until the new year. But I might bring in Harvey White, because to be fair, I have bringing in a lot of Reading players. But that is to be fair, because I know a lot about Reading, but nonetheless. But I do need a fullback. Oh wait, no, I've signed a fullback. What am I on about? So yeah, I might bring in a Harvey White. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in Harvey White for that CDM solidity. Michael Craig would have been the preferable option, but I've got Botschumann, I've got a Brafer, and I want to sign Boyce Clark, so I'm going to sign... I'm not going to get Michael Craig for this one. I'm going to get the Stevenage man in Harvey White. As I don't know if you saw that man decided he didn't want to wear a shirt, which I'm feeling a little bit insulted about, but nonetheless, we'll move on to the wage talk. So then we'll have 2 arrivals in the January window, with this man and the young fullback, and we're honestly looking good. And then there are plans in mind I've got for the summer, but like I can tell you exactly what I'm gonna do in terms of the whole keeper situation, but it might just sound a little bit complicated. So I'm gonna, like Leonard, he's gonna be the starting keeper. I'm gonna sell Brandon Austin, sign Boyce Clark, promote the academy keeper, loan him out, and then bam, that is a good team. And then depending on how much budget we have, I'll make first improvements, because I also need a new centre back as well, to replace Bijou, the captain. Bernie's already gone up a rating, as I might look to get another midfielder, maybe even a starting fullback, because Dominguez and Furlong are just not going to cut it in the Championship. So it's a good League One squad that we have, but still Morecambe wants to play against the Brewers, and I'm gonna give it to him. I'll replace Ewan Hodgson because Brooks is going on international duty soon, so I'm gonna leave him B for now, and Diabate can get a game because he's getting a little bit grumpy. And Morris with a really important brace. Gordon scored for Burton Albion, but Morris with a brace. And that does indeed get us the big win that we needed. We're still in third. We are 1 point clear of Barnsley beneath us and 2 points behind Ipswich. And still quite a way off first place. As I know I said no to Luton, but I want to look at how they line up for like their games, you know. I don't really know how to do that, but I think it's team sheets and then import team sheet. What league were they in? League 2. No, Championship. What am I on about? So that's how they line up. Kaminsky in goal. Alfie Doherty out wide with Hashioka on the other side. Anderson, Burke and Mengi in defence. Barkley and Nakamba in midfield. Chong McAtee in the attacking midfield. And Furuhashi up top. It's not honestly a bad squad. I probably would have taken it, but I'm too far in with this save. And that is a good City squad. If I was a City manager, I'll get a new midfielder and defender and you're sorted. To be honest. But yeah, I'll play this one and probably one more, and then I'll call it a day. Is Ola Aina is the man on the score sheet. Who would have thought that would be the man that gets us a point against Cambridge? We're probably most famous for the university. As we got back to, I'll play the back-to-back Exeter games and then I'll leave it there for this episode. I'm gonna play a Linger out wide and Senior with Taylor in the middle. And I don't know why. They've probably never gonna fix it, but you can't put the international people on the reserves. It's a bit annoying. As Part Harris could have got a brace for himself as he misses a penalty, and for Britsay, who for you guys that don't know, that's a Linger, gets 1 goal, as does the young CDM Bernier, which does ensure us all 3 points, which we could have won by 2 goals, but I'm not going to complain. It's a big win, as we have our first FA Cup game, which will be against a team we just faced in Exeter. That's their squad. A few changes since when we played them, and I can assure you there are going to be some more changes for this game. So I'm going to give Yaboshiman a game, Alinga a game, Taylor and McKinnon a game, Senior and Diabata. But that'll do it for today's episode, and we do beat Exeter 2-1, so we are through to the next round. I'll advance a couple days so I get to see who we can play. Advance to the Stockport game. Who are we going to face in the next FA Cup round? Oh, they need to do the replays. I don't think there are too many shocking results. If I've missed any, let me know. But yeah, they look all relatively normal, I'd say. I could be completely wrong. But I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Been an interesting episode. We signed one new player, and oh my gosh. Honestly, what is no, 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 no. No, that's not right. That is. Oh my god, what is happening in this save? I'll leave it there for today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I certainly have. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup. Made one new signing in Harvey White. We got offered a Luton job, which I did turn down, and now we've got that. I'll deal with that in the next episode. But for now, I'll see ya in the next episode. Goodbye.